Favorite surf spot? I mean, that's a tough question.
For Bert, I'd say the favorite place he surfs probably Soup Bowls in Barbados. It was our first real surf trip together.
I'm gonna say Barbados. Nick and I went on a trip with his brother RJ to Barbados, and that was really, really lots of fun. And that was the first time I ever surfed a wave like that.
Favorite place? Would have to be Morocco, Tagazout.
If he didn't say Soup Bowls, he definitely had to say Morocco. I'm going with Morocco. Yeah, if I had to pick one, Defroster's up there. But I think our Saison, it has enough dimension that I get a little something different from it every time I drink it. So
Bert's favorite last wave beer, I'm gonna have to say is Shack. It's a great beer. It's got some malt to it. It's hoppy. That is right up Bert's alley, so I'd say Shack.
Nick's a layback man. I think he appreciates the classic flavor of that beer.
Favorite last wave beer ever? Probably Dawn Patrol. A lot of those it was just easy to drink anytime. Flagship beer would probably be Layback, but I think Dawn Patrol would be the number one.
Prince. Old Prince, new Prince. I just really enjoy it, but it's not something that we necessarily talk about, or I've talked about.
The band he would expect him to listen to is probably his favorite band, which is Radiohead. I don't know if Bert comes across as a Radiohead fan, but he loves their body of work.
See, I didn't think this was as tricky. So I don't think anybody expects Nick to listen to Fiona Apple. Big fan.
Yeah, I know I'd definitely come across as a guy who likes heavier music, and I do, but Fiona Apple is one of my favorite artists.
I'd like to see the inner workings of Modern Times. That is they've exploded, and every single beer I have from them is really delicious. So, yeah.
He'd probably like to work at a big one just to see the scope of how big some of these go. A place like Sierra Nevada, where they've just been around forever, but they really have it dialed in and had to do some really interesting stuff, and have different ways to produce quality beer in large volumes. If I could work at another brewery for a day, I think it would be probably Modern Times out in San Diego.
I think he brewed at Modern Times. I know I keep hitting you with number 2 and number 3 guesses, but who do I think would be my celebrity doppelganger? I had somebody actually in the brewery last night that told me, "You look like somebody." And it ended up being Paul Rudd. That's typically what I hear is Paul Rudd.
Hands down, it has to be Paul Rudd. He's basically the blonde version, which explains why he was Brian Fantana when they all dressed up as Anchorman characters back in college. My celebrity doppelganger, I've gotten everything from Mark Ruffalo to Tony Shalhoub, who played Monk, so I think you get a guess which one I prefer to get, but because that's up to everyone out there.
Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, I don't know who he looks like. I don't think he definitively looks like any particular celebrity.
Embarrassing fact about myself. I paid to see Hanson live, band, but I'm actually really not that embarrassed by it. They were great, and I recommend you go check them out next time they're around here.
So, an embarrassing fact that Nick would want to share about himself. Nick is kind of a guy who seems like he doesn't get embarrassed very easy. So, I think he kind of floats through, and life is life kind of situation. I'm sure there's something, but I can't think of anything right now.
Embarrassing fact. Well, Bert dyed his hair bleach blonde our senior year for soccer, and then proceeded to his band opened up for Vanilla Ice's hardcore band, which is the pinnacle of his success as a musician. So that's a little embarrassing, but also pretty awesome.
So one embarrassing fact about me, having a wife that listens to a lot of music, I probably know more Spice Girls lyrics than I should.
Movie that Bert quotes from the most is probably Anchorman. He is a huge Anchorman fan. I believe he went as the Channel 5 News team in college with his friends one year.
The movie I quote from the most has got to be Anchorman. That or I Love You, Man. Yeah. No, it's Anchorman. It's definitely Anchorman.
Hands down the Big Lebowski. I'm actually an ordained Buddhist priest, so it's more than just a movie to me. It's a way of life.
I mean, his favorite movie is The Big Lebowski. There's a ton of stuff flying out of there. But yeah, he's also full of Arrested Development references as well. But that's not a movie. So let's go Big Lebowski.